Hey friends, West Dove here with Dove Development Consulting. So we've been on the theme for a while now about how different things can impact the profitability of your organization. We've looked at how leadership culture from the top down really sets the tone for everything. We've talked about how communication impacts so many different areas. We've also looked at the significance that high turnover can play in just killing that profitability of your organization. Most recently, we turned the page from turnover into recruiting and how much recruiting really does cost and how many organizations just don't have a full scope of how much that number is, how much it really costs the organization. What we're going to do now is take a quick look at how leadership really impacts the overall recruiting process. And then we're going to move forward after this and we're going to dive into what are some specific things we can do as leaders to really impact that and really drive that number to where we capture that lost profitability, that profitability that's being killed, so to speak. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dig into the significance of how great leadership attracts great people in every organization. This isn't an overnight thing, but it is a thing that happens, and it needs consistency, it needs persistence, and it needs genuineness, because we can't just talk the talk. We've got to walk the walk. And the reality, and I'm going to walk you through some different scenarios, some things that I've lived through, some teams I've been a part of, some things I've watched firsthand. The reality is we all want to belong. We all want to be part of something. And so many of us value that individual that takes the time to know who we are, that takes the time to know our name, and maybe even know a little bit more about us. And I make a reference, if you're willing to dive into the content I've got shared here, I make a reference to the 80s TV series Cheers and how everybody knows your name. I think it'll ring true as you read through, as you really dig into what I'm putting together here. Now, the other part is when leaders are involved in the process from the very beginning, it not only impacts the recruiting, the onboarding process, it impacts the number of members who are part of the team already, who are willing to tell their friends and family, this is a great place to be a part of. And it helps cascade that through the organization. So recruiting is no longer, let's throw money at advertising. Recruiting is more about who's lined up at the door waiting to be a part of what we've put together. And again, I'm not suggesting that any of this happens overnight. And I'm not suggesting that this isn't hard work, but I am suggesting the inverse is equally hard, maybe even harder, and it doesn't get nearly as good results, and it kills so much of our profitability. This is how we can capture it. Now, here's what I'll challenge you to do. If you've not, wherever you're accessing this, scroll all the way down and take advantage of access and walking through the complimentary assessment that we've put together. It's a video of me walking you through a few simple questions to help you identify your number one profitability killer that you're dealing with right now. Maybe that ends up in us having a one-on-one conversation. Maybe it ends up in some low cost or even complimentary digital resources we offer. I'm not sure which it'll be, but we hope we can serve you through one of those. Most importantly, we look forward to seeing how we can help you get results working against the things that are killing the profitability in your organization. Make it a great day. Look forward to hearing from you soon. God bless.